On our broadcast tonight, it's confirmed Turkey will replace Canada on the 2021 F1 calendar. Matt Cawley confirms that his team will run Cup full-time in 2022. And what's the weather for the 2021 Portuguese Grand Prix at Portimao? Good evening. Formula One has confirmed a change previously reported to Round 7 of the 2021 calendar, with the Turkish Grand Prix replacing the Canadian Grand Prix for the weekend of June 11th to 13th. Due to the ongoing international travel restrictions in place in Canada, it became impossible for Formula One to enter the country without a mandatory 14-day quarantine, leading to the scheduling change. Turkey returns to the calendar after a thrilling first event in Istanbul in 9 years last November, in which Lewis Hamilton was crowned world champion for a record-equaling 7th time. The Formula One community will continue to travel this season with stringent safety measures that allowed safe travel to 12 countries in 2020. The measures have proven to be highly effective, with over 78,000 COVID-19 tests conducted last season, with only 78 positive results, a rate of 0.1%. So far this season, over 12,000 tests have been conducted, with 14 positive cases, which is again a rate of 0.1%. Appearing on Sirius XM's The Morning Drive this morning, team owner Matt Cawley confirmed that Cawley Racing will be full-time in the Cup Series next season. The team currently runs 3 full-time Xfinity teams for the number 10 of Jeb Burton, the number 11 of Justin Haley, and the number 16 of AJ Allmendinger. They're also competing part-time in Cup this year with Kaz Grala and AJ Allmendinger. Cawley plans to continue their partial Cup schedule for the remainder of this year. Portimao returns to the Formula One calendar for the second time, but what does the weather have in store for this weekend for the Portuguese Grand Prix? Last year, there was a smattering of rain at this race as Lewis Hamilton took his record 92nd Grand Prix victory ahead of teammate Valtteri Bottas and Red Bull's Max Verstappen. This year, Portimao hosts the third round of the 2021 season rather than the 12th round, as it did in October last year. As a result, temperatures are expected to be slightly warmer than with almost zero chance of rain. The official 2021 Portuguese Grand Prix weather forecast reads as follows. On Friday, April 30th, the FP1 and FP2 weather. Conditions mostly sunny with a light wind increasing in the afternoon. The maximum temperature expected 20 degrees Celsius and a 20% chance of rain. Saturday, May 1st for FP3 and qualifying. The conditions. Mostly sunny and dry, air temperature slightly decreasing in the morning due to a northwest wind bringing cooler air mass. The maximum temperature expected, again 20 degrees Celsius, 0% chance of rain. And Sunday, May 2nd, the race weather report, the conditions mostly sunny and dry, and the maximum temperature expected 21 degrees Celsius with 0% chance of rain. And the hardest range of Pirelli tire compounds will be used for this weekend's Portuguese Grand Prix at Portimao. After the first 2 nail-biting Grand Prix in Bahrain and at Imola, Pirelli have altered their tire allocations for the third race of the year. For the first time this season, C1 hard tires, C2 medium tires, and C3 soft tires will be used for the Grand Prix weekend. This is the same range that was used for the 2020 Portuguese Grand Prix. While there was an extra set of hard tires and 1 less set of softs last year in Portugal, this year there will be a standard allocation of 8 softs, 3 mediums, and 2 hards. The track was also resurfaced last year and delivered what Pirelli said was surprisingly little grip, though this season grip levels are expected to improve. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen enter the Portuguese Grand Prix just 1 point apart in the standings as the title battle hots up. Charlotte Christian School senior Bryson Burns was presented the 5th annual Steve Burns Memorial Broadcasting Award today. The award, in honor of late Fox Sports broadcaster Steve Burns, is given annually to a Charlotte Christian graduating senior interested in pursuing a career in broadcasting. Applicants were evaluated in the areas of character, academic record, and broadcasting experience. Burns received a trophy, $1,500 towards his college tuition, and a paid internship with FS1 in Charlotte. Fox NASCAR producer Barry Landis, a longtime colleague and friend of Steve Burns, presented the award via video. Burns is the son of Steve and Karen Burns. Shelton is a Presidential Scholarship recipient and member of the National Honor Society. He will graduate in May and attend Elon University to further his broadcasting career. Burns set his sights on sports broadcasting as a young child and has amassed significant broadcasting experience in the past few years. Burns appeared as a special reporter for FS1's pre-race coverage of the NASCAR All-Star race at Charlotte multiple times, interviewing the sport's biggest stars. He co-founded CCS Sports Broadcasting in 2017 and served as its live stream play-by-play announcer for varsity football and basketball from 2017 to 2021. In addition, being the voice of JV men's basketball from 2017 to 2020. Furthermore, Burns has had an integral role with CCS's weekly variety show, Night's News, holding duties as a host, producer, editor, and writer. A member of the CCS varsity football and lacrosse team for years, Burns also covered local racing weekly as a TV reporter at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Summer Shootout Bandolero and Legends car races. Steve Burns was a highly respected national network sports broadcaster whose career spanned more than 3 decades as a play-by-play announcer, pit road reporter, sideline reporter, and studio host covering NASCAR, the NFL, and college football. While he spent the latter part of his career with Fox Sports, Burns cut his broadcasting teeth behind the camera as a producer in local television. He particularly enjoyed the creative process involved in shooting, writing, and editing, and shared that love with those who followed in his footsteps. Beloved by millions of television viewers, Burns mentored numerous television producers and on-air broadcasters throughout his lengthy career. It was in this spirit of mentorship and love for broadcasting that the Steve Burns Memorial Broadcasting Award was established in 2016. Burns passed away following a battle with cancer on April 21, 2015, at the age of 56. Motor Racing Outreach announced today that the return of its Better Half Dash this year as a virtual event in collaboration with iRacing. The Better Half iRacing Dash features the women of NASCAR, highlighting their contributions to the sport and allowing them to raise money for charity. Participants will compete in a virtual Legends car race at the virtual Texas Motor Speedway on the iRacing platform. Fox Sports provides exclusive coverage of the Better Half iRacing Dash, which will air during a special edition of NASCAR Race Hub Thursday, June 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. Confirmed Better Half iRacing Dash drivers include Kelly Earnhardt Miller, co-owner and vice president of Junior Motorsports, wife of L.W. Miller III. Kristen Labonte, president of Braking Limits and wife of 2020 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee and Fox NASCAR analyst Bobby Labonte. Morgan Bell, wife of Christopher Bell. Marissa Briscoe, wife of Chase Briscoe. Megan Smith, wife of Fox NASCAR reporter Regan Smith. Jenna Petty, the girlfriend of Harrison Burton. Tammy Rice, the wife of Colleague Racing president Chris Rice. Julia Piquet, girlfriend of Daniel Suarez. Jennifer Self, the wife of Austin Wayne Self and the winner of the 2017 Better Half Dash. Carissa Flores, the wife of Ryan Flores, front tire changer for the number 2 of Team Penske. And Alexa DeLeon, the girlfriend of Tyler Reddick. Jenna Self is the reigning Better Half Dash champion, winning the last event held in the series on October 6, 2017 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tammy Rice also participated in the 2017 Better Half Dash, finishing second. Bios of each driver, as well as links to donate and support the charities each are racing for are available at motorracingoutreach.com. Each driver will get an assist from their significant other who will serve as crew chief for their respective better half. Participants are racing to raise money for Motor Racing Outreach as well as the nonprofit organization of their choice. Drivers will raise money for their charities through donations across social media leading up to the race. The 2 drivers who raise the most money for their charity in advance of the race will receive an advantage in qualifying. The driver who finds victory lane at the Better Half Dash at the Better Half iRacing Dash will capture the winner-take-all $10,000 purse for their charity. Motor Racing Outreach hosted the Better Half Dash, a bandolero race featuring the women at NASCAR at Charlotte Motor Speedway from 2011 to 2017. Since its inception, the Better Half Dash has raised over $350,000 benefiting Motor Racing Outreach, and more than 50 additional nonprofits. Additional information about Motor Racing Outreach and the Better Half iRacing Dash can be found at motorracingoutreach.com. Anyone that knows Ryan Newman would know that the 20-year NASCAR Cup Series veteran is not all that interested in yesterday's accomplishments. Instead, he chooses to focus on the current and reality, which for him centers around striving to win races, focusing on his 2 children, and maintaining his busy farm life. But at Kansas Speedway, he will achieve a milestone even he was not all that aware of when asked recently. Newman's 700th career start in the NASCAR Cup Series comes Sunday, a feat that's only been accomplished by a handful of the sport's greats. However, the 43-year-old and his unique sense of humor initially thought differently of the feat. With recent retirements at the elite level of motorsports, only a few true veterans of the series remain, including Newman, who joins NASCAR champions Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch as the only active Cup drivers to reach 700 starts. On an ironic note, Newman will tie his longtime friend and mentor Buddy Baker for 18th on the all-time starts list, a piece of milestone he also was not originally aware of, but one that makes the feat that much more meaningful to the veteran driver. Prior to his last lap crash in the 2020 Daytona 500, Newman also had another notable streak to his credit with 649 consecutive starts, which puts him inside the top 10 of that category among all Cup drivers. Only Jeff Gordon at 797, Ricky Rudd, Bobby Labonte, Terry Labonte, and Jimmy Johnson had more consecutive starts at any point, while Harvick stands as the only active driver with a considerable streak. 18 wins, 265 top 5s, 265 top 10s, 116 top 5s, 51 poles, which is the most among active drivers in the Cup Series, and a lot of memories are what Newman takes into Sunday's race, but gratitude is what comes to mind most, adding yet another statistical chapter to his book of rich allocades. As part of the achievement, Roush Fenway Racing will run a special decal on Newman's Hy-V Ford Mustang at Kansas, highlighting the accomplishment with the number 700. And that has been MDM Racing News tonight on this Wednesday. Yes, it's a Wednesday. It feels like a Friday here. It's 80 degrees outside. Well, it was 80 degrees outside. It was a very nice day. I hope you're all having a nice day. But this is MDM Racing News tonight on April 28th, 2021. I'm Matthew Merlino for the MDM YouTube channel in Montvale. Good night.